Now, a new study has found 35% of people living in the UK face daily concerns about becoming homeless.
Yes, many people face being unable to afford their mortgage or rent as a result of the ongoing cost of living crisis. Well, our North West of England reporter Sophie Reaper has more on this story.
On the brink of becoming homeless. New research has found that over a third of Brits are living in fear as they teeter on the verge of losing their home. As prices soar and stability wavers, many are being forced to live on a month-by-month basis.
Only a very small percentage of people have enough money to survive for 3 months. You compare that to just 6 or 7 years ago, people had disposable income that would keep them going for 6 to 12 months. Now most people have less than 3. Most people, being truthfully honest, have less than 1 month. So if they lost their income today, they would only be able to pay their bills for a single month.
When they launched in 2017, Haworth Housing only offered a couple of emergency accommodation units. Since then, driven by a surge in homelessness, they now have thousands all over the country. They say they're doing what they can, but that the government needs to make meaningful changes to policy, and fast.
We're not here to do the job, we're here to supplement the government in its capability, not to do it all for them. But it's a nice, easy scapegoat when things go wrong. What we need to do is put the politics to one side. It doesn't matter whose fault it is now. Let's forget about whose fault it is. Let's get solutions in place, because it's real people suffering. You know, this isn't one person, this is genuinely millions of people every single day.
An evening drop-in where people who are street homeless in Manchester can come in, they can get a meal, they can get advice, signposting.
In Manchester, homelessness charity Coffee for Craig are doing their bit to support those who have already been hit by this growing issue.
We're heading for a massive crisis. I think it's going to get worse before it even starts to get better. I think we're seeing the consequence of many years of cutbacks, of COVID, of Brexit, of just cutting services all the time and not putting anything back into the country.
Increasingly, the team here are seeing people from all walks of life who've been left with no other choice.
We've had people who've had businesses and the businesses have gone bust and they've had to sell their house. We've had people who have relationship breakdowns, their family can't afford for them to stay with them, or they haven't got any family. Every walk of life, every type of person can become homeless. I can become homeless, you can, people watching can.
There are now millions of Brits potentially on the cusp of losing their home and their security. And yet, without some kind of action, this is a crisis that could continue to spiral. Sophie Reaper, GB News.